Pope Leo XIV's First Apostolic Exhortation Dilexi Te, I have loved you. The First Apostolic Exhortation of Pope Leo XIV, signed October 4, 2025. Issued October 9, 2025. On the love of Christ for the poor and the call to the Church to renew its commitment to them. Some of the key themes. 1. Christ's love and identification with the poor. The title, Dilexi Te, comes from Revelation 3-9. I have loved you. The exhortation frames this as Christ speaking to the powerless and the marginalized. Jesus' incarnation, his poverty, ministry to the outcast and suffering establish a pattern. God's love is made visible in the poor. Encountering the poor is encountering Christ. 2. Preferential option for the poor. The document insists that the Church not treat care for the poor as optional or merely charitable goodwill, but as essential to Christian identity and holiness. Poverty is seen not just materially, but also socially, culturally, spiritually, including those excluded, marginalized, those deprived of rights and dignity. 3. Critique of inequality and structures of indifference. Dilexi Te warns against economic, political, and cultural systems that promote inequality, indifference, or dehumanization of the poor. The exhortation challenges a culture obsessed with comfort, success, accumulation of wealth. It calls for conversion of mindset, not just giving alms but transforming structures and lifestyles. 4. Universal call to action and holiness. All Christians are summoned. The exhortation is addressed to all Christians. Love of the poor is portrayed as a pathway of sanctity. Examples are drawn from Scripture. Church Fathers, for example, Augustine, John Chrysostom, Saints St. Francis of Assisi, and religious communities, to show how love for the poor is lived. 5. Practical implications. The exhortation speaks to issues such as migration, welcoming migrants, defending women, providing education, caring for the sick, not ignoring those who are excluded. It calls for both personal acts of mercy and social, political efforts. Changing laws, policies, economic structures that perpetuate poverty. Purpose and context. Pope Leo XIV explicitly acknowledges that this document builds on a work begun by Pope Francis in his last months, but Leo makes it his own with additional reflections. It is released at the start of his pontificate, signaling a priority in his papacy, that faith and action for the poor are central, not adjunct. It also draws on long-standing church theology and tradition, Old Testament prophets, New Testament early church saints, to root its teachings in continuity rather than novelty. God bless the Pope and his papacy.